All right. Welcome to Wake Up and Win Morning Motivation Podcast powered by CTR Media Network. I am your host, Dr. TNJ Ramsey, and this podcast is all about fueling your mindset, elevate your business. If you happen to be a podcast or TV host, this will actually help you as well and inspire you to take positive daily actions every day. Each episode provides powerful insights, simple actionable strategies, a quote, a Bible verse, and a call to action to help you achieve your level of success. So we talk about various different topics. And on today, we're going to talk about the success formula. Yes, what is it? What is the three C's? Commitment, consistency, and confidence. But before we jump into today's topic, you know how we do it. We want you to like, follow, share, comment, and subscribe. So whichever platform you're currently listening to us on, go ahead and smash that like button so we can get that algorithm up. Go ahead and hit that follow. Go ahead and share because sharing is caring. And drop us a comment in the comment section below so that we can respond and engage with you. And you can give us some ideas on some upcoming episodes that you would like for us to have a discussion on, because we do this for you. So what would be the next thing that you would like for us to talk about? And we'll do our best to try to work it in. Also, if you're over there on that good old YouTube streets, go ahead and smash that subscribe button and drop a comment in the comment chat. Yes, and yes. So today's topic is the success formula. What is the three C's to success? And they are commitment, consistency, and confidence. So the secret to long-term success isn't talent. Many people think, oh, you have to be super duper talented in order for you to be successful. Well, it can help, but the thing is, the secret to the game of success is three things. You need to be consistent, you need to have a measure of confidence, and you need to have commitment. Why? Because it's consistency and confidence in your ability to be able to fulfill the task that needs to be done. And like I said before, talent actually helps assist with that, but you don't have to have amazing talent on a certain thing, but you do have to be committed. You do have to be consistently show up, and you do have to have a measure of confidence to keep going in order to complete whatever it is that you're doing. Let me give you 4 tips. First of all, commit to showing up daily. If you want to be successful, it's simple. If you want to be successful, you have to get used to showing up. Showing up even when you don't want to. Showing up when you feel like you just can't go on anymore. Showing up even when you have your doubts, your fears, or even when you're tired. You still have to show up. And even when you just you have those moments, everybody, I don't care how successful you are. I'm successful, but I have those moments where I'm like, I'm just going to stay in the bed today. I'm doing absolutely NOTHING, nothing. And then I lay down for a moment, turn over, and I'm like, no, I have to get up and do what I know I need to do. Number 2, you need to stay consistent. Momentum builds with repetition. So that is another secret to being very successful. You don't always have to be the most talented, the most knowledgeable in the room, but if you're a person who stay consistent and show up and you keep building up your momentum, it builds up that character. It builds up that uh capacity for you to be able to expand greater. It also helps other people see that you don't give up, and it helps them to build confidence in whatever it is that you're offering or whatever it is that you're doing. You also need to develop unshakable confidence. You have to learn to believe in yourself. Now, this is one of the concepts that many people have difficulty with, is because for some reason or another, most of us are broken. For some reason or another, most of us at some point in our life, we have experienced where ones have dampened our confidence. Maybe a parent, a friend, a cousin, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a person on the street, whatever the case may be, have said something, done something that have shaken your whole world, that has caused you to not have the confidence that you need in order to go out and be the best version of yourself. And so it starts within you. You have to learn to believe in yourself. You have to learn that even when someone try to shake the core of who you are, that you are going to still show up, and you're going to have that confidence, and you're going to develop that skill of being unshakable. You may come and try to shake me, but baby, I'm unstoppable. Don't get me started. With God's help, and unshakable, right? And so, number four, another thing that helps you with the success formula is that you need to track your progress. Yes, and celebrate your small wins. We're so in this world that we only acknowledge the big things, but it takes a series of small things before you can actually get to the big thing. And we need to learn to track our progress so that when we get in those moments where our confidence is shaken some, where we feel like giving up, we can look back on the progress that we have already made, and that will build our confidence, and that will help us to commit to keep on going, to be consistent, because we know that based upon our prior record of progress, right, we made this amount of progress. So tracking yourself on what you're doing. Why do you think people do end of the year wrap ups? At the end of the year, December, you can pretty much put your last dollar on people going to start reviewing how that particular year went. And I'm one of them. Why? Is because as you are building your businesses or podcast or TV show, you get so consumed with what you're doing, you only start seeing what you haven't completed. And all of us have lists and things that we want to do, and we get so caught up in what we haven't completed within that certain time frame versus all the things that we have completed. So those reviews, or I would say those wrap ups for the year, is very crucial and important, because it actually serves as a motivation for you to go into the following year, the next year, to be able to carry on that momentum. And so one thing that I started implementing this year, because usually I just do the end of the year wrap up, but what I said I plan to do is this year, to keep me motivated throughout the year, is that I'm going to do a quarter wrap up. So how did I do, or how did we do as a network for quarter one, Q1, which is January, February, March? Looking at what we did versus what we had on the list to do that we didn't complete, but most importantly, looking at all the stuff that we have already completed and that we have done. And so that sitting down and making sure you track it, it not only motivates me, but it motivates all the other podcasters and TV show hosts, because guess what? We're all on the same page. We are working the audio, we're working the video arena in the media industry together. The beauty about CTR Media Network is not about any one podcaster or TV show host. It's about us as a community, as a collective, and based upon us supporting each other, and also coming together up under that one tier of being impactful, being positive, and leaving a lasting impression. We have been able, with God's help, to have over 111 million views during the first quarter. And so we're so super duper excited about that. And that was something that was not done by any one individual. It was all of us that we were able to make a lasting impression all over the world. But in particular, we've been able to, because we've been super focused on YouTube. And so we've been able to make some great strides on YouTube. And now we are really taking over Facebook as well. And all this is due, and all this glory and the praise and the honor goes to God for helping us be able to do that. But tracking the progress, that will help motivate us to keep on going, so that Q2, which is April, May, June, can be even better, right? Let me give you a quote. You don't have to be the best. You just have to be consistent. And that's true. I know that I am one of the exceptional people in the podcast and TV media industry. But I also know that I'm not the best. I'm one of the best, but I am not the best. I still have things that I need to learn and things that I need to grow on. However, what I do know is that one thing that people, even if they are better than me, some people, what they don't got that I have is that I'm consistent. And consistency and being consistent have proved to be my secret weapon in anything that I do. My secret sauce, my success formula. Because regardless of if someone is better than me in a particular arena or not, they don't show up like I show up. So the thing is, you don't have to be the best in the arena of which you are in. But if you are consistent, that trumps all this people who are better than you, because sometimes people who are better than you don't show up. They sporadically show up here and there, but they don't show up. They're not consistent. But for me, I mean, and I thank God for this. I am so consistent that in one of my other businesses, I got nicknamed Miss Consistency. And I didn't make that up. That, I mean, literally the CEO of that company was like, this is Miss Consistent, because she will show up. So how do people think about you when they describe you? Do they say, well, they're a good person, they do know what they need to do, they are good at what they do, but they show up every now and then? Or how does, what is your representative, your, how you are representing yourself? I will tell you that one of the top things of being successful, other than being committed, other than having confidence, because truth be told, I had to work on having confidence, but being consistent, I was showing up even though I wasn't as confident back in the day. But consistency is what helped build my businesses. People to this day, I have gotten clients that have been following me for years. I'm talking about, when I say years, I'm talking about 3, 5, 7 years, right? And have never purchased a product until this year. And every time those individuals, when I ask them how do they, find my product or my service, or how do they first hear about me, they say, well, I've been a fan of yours, a supporter for yours for years. And I was like, really? Well, I appreciate that. And I said, well, what made you decide to reach out to opt into this particular service, or starting a podcast, or purchase my book, or join the membership program, or get a one-on-one coaching call with me? What made you uh decide that you're going to invest in me now, and you've been watching me for all these years? And they was like, because you are consistent. You always show up. All these years you have never stopped. You have always shown up. And when I was thinking about where I'm going to spend my money, and I've been watching a lot of people start, stop, or they're not even doing business anymore when you started, right? And coming around and still seeing you going, and seeing not only that you're still going, but seeing how much growth you have had over these years. I was like, if I'm going to spend my money, that's what they told me. If I'm going to spend my money, I'm going to spend my money on someone that I saw proof of results, proof of concept, and that shows up, that's being real. So I was not always the best. I wasn't not always the best in my arena. And I'm still not the best, quote, quote, in my arena. I'm one of the best, but I am not the best, right? But what I do got that other people don't have, a lot of people don't have, is that, baby, I'm going to show up. I'm going to be consistent. Okay. So if you really want to know what the secret sauce is to any success with anything in life, whether it's personal, whether it's spiritual, whether it's health, whether it's your mental stability, whether it's a business, whether it's a podcast, whether it's a TV show, whether it is social media, whether it's a product, whether it's a service, whether it's coaching, whether it's being an author, the secret sauce, whether it's being a mother, being a father in a relationship, going to school, whatever. If you can master being consistent, you will always be successful. Even through the ups, downs, twists, and turns, you will always cross the finish line. And I can say that with a guarantee because I'm living proof of it. I have always, because of consistency. So just like that quote says, you don't always have to be the best, but if you just have to be consistent. So this harvest if you do not give up. Let me read that again. Galatians 6:9 says, do not grow weary in doing good, for in due season you will reap a harvest if you do not give up. What does that mean? You know, many times, because we're plagued in a world that is geared towards the negative. However, and when you are in a world where people are seeing more negativity than positivity, they're exposed to it. They start exemplifying and expressing these negative things. And then you are a person who is working very hard to do good. It can get cumbersome. You can get weary, which just means tired, because you're fighting to do good in the midst of everyone else, or the majority of the population that is doing bad. You can get tired. But I want you to take heart today. You should never get tired of doing good, even if you're the only one in the room. If it's 30 people in the room and every person in that room is doing something bad and you're the only one doing good, you should never ever get tired of doing good and being good. Okay? Never get tired of that. Because, and never think that doing good that you are lessening yourself. When you do good to others and you're being good, a good individual, it always will come back around to you positive. Now, I'm not saying negative things won't happen in the midst of that, because it can. But what I am saying is that you will reap fantastic results by not giving up, by doing good. I can't tell you how many times I was in situations where I saw people doing things that was not right, and they wanted me to join in. And I was like, no, that's not right. I'm not going to do it. And to be the only person in that particular group that fought and say, I'm not going to do it, which means made me a target, right? It wasn't very pleasant to be the only one that decided to do right versus the group that decided to do bad. But I relied on God, and I stood tall, and I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. That is not right. And eventually the good shined through and people saw the truth. And I was able to reap a substantial harvest because I did good in the midst of other people doing bad. And even though it wasn't easy, I still did the good thing. And later on, I reaped amazing results. Now, I had to go through some things, because if you're the only one trying to do good within a group and everybody else doing bad, of course, it's not going to be easy. But I know what God says. And so if you are currently in a situation like that, take heart, keep doing good. Never get tired of doing the right thing. Never get tired of doing the good thing, because good will always outweigh the bad at the end. Don't be fooled thinking that going along with the crowd, if they're doing something wrong or doing something bad, that it just go. No. Always take the side of goodness over badness. So what I want you to do today is, regardless of whatever area of life you're working on to be successful in, I want you to stay consistent. And I want you know how you can stay consistent? Go ahead and download the CTR Media Network app today. So that you can consistently watch a episode or episodes of multiple different shows that's going to help you win. You woke up today. Now it's time for you to win. How can you win? By taking in the content that we have on CTR Media Network, by engaging with the content that we have, commenting, subscribing to our podcasters, because they have amazing events, books, magazines, all kind of things, coaching programs, all kind of things that they have that is designed to help you win. Go ahead and connect. Connect today. Download our app. It is free. That is our way of showing that we care for all of you by making sure that our app is free to the general public so that you can come and get help in all areas of your life, whether it's personal, business, homeschooling, entrepreneurship, self-improvement, finances, credit. The list goes on and on. So check us out today. Go download the app and make sure to share it with your friends and family. You can download the app on your cell phones, whether you have an Android or a Apple phone. You can also watch us on television on Amazon Fire TV, Roku TV, Android TV, Apple. We have Google Chromecast where you can cast our content onto any television or device. We also have Apple Cast where you can cast it on any Apple device as well from your cell phone. So we're making it very easy for you to be able to connect and listen to our audio podcast that's on TV, as well as our video podcast that's on the television as well. Go to our website today. You can click the button to easily go download it if you don't want to go search on it on your app today, from your app store. Thank you so much for listening in on today. So go out there. I just gave you the 3 C's to success, which is commitment, consistency, and confidence. So you go out there and be the best version of yourself and never be tired of doing the right thing. I'll talk to you later.